You think you know the Brady Bunch, but behind those perfect smiles and sunny backyard scenes, there's a whole bunch of weird, wild, and downright crazy facts you've probably never heard. From off-screen drama to on-screen slip-ups, this classic sitcom has some seriously unexpected secrets. So stay tuned, because fact number 6, let's just say it changes the way you'll see one of the Brady kids forever. Let's dive into 10 crazy facts even superfans missed. Fact 1.
I once saw a movie where a man was getting married. He was so nervous he forgot to put his pants on.
Believe it or not, during the first few weeks of filming, the Brady kids barely knew each other's real names. They were so focused on remembering scripts and character names that they just didn't bother learning their co-stars' actual names. Can you imagine calling your TV sibling Greg for weeks and not realizing his real name is Barry? It took a few episodes and some off-screen bonding before they started learning each other's names for real. This awkward start actually helped them connect later as they grew into a real on-set family. They started hanging out off camera, doing appearances together, and even traveling. By season 2, total sibling vibes on and off screen. But yeah, those first few table reads, pretty awkward. Fact 2.
Well, I got a couple rules you gotta dig.
Rules?
Rule 1. You go out only with me.
Yep, it's as weird as it sounds. Barry Williams, who played Greg, had a major crush on Florence Henderson, aka Carol Brady. And get this, she knew about it. In her memoir, Florence wrote that Barry once invited her out to dinner, and she accepted just to be nice. But the media twisted it into something more scandalous, calling it a date. In truth, it was totally innocent, just a teen crushing on a mother figure. Florence handled it with grace and humor, but fans still bring it up decades later. And let's be honest, Greg dating his TV mom? That's Brady-level bizarre. Fact 3.
It so happens that I am talking to Gloria, but I'm not talking at the moment because I am listening to her do the talking.
The iconic Brady house we all know, it's mostly smoke and mirrors. The actual interior scenes were filmed on a soundstage. None of those rooms actually existed in the real house used for exterior shots. But here's the kicker. The front steps to the house, completely non-functional. If you walk through that front door in real life, you'd fall into a wall. The real house had a completely different layout. No stairway, no open-plan family room. It fooled millions of viewers, though, because the production team created a seamless transition between the set and the exterior shots. In 2018, HGTV even bought the real house to remodel it to look like the TV set. So yeah, the Brady home, one big cheerful illusion. Fact 4.
Great Marsha is at this, or how wonderful Marsha did that. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha.
Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. That line's iconic. But the episode where she gets hit in the nose with a football
Hey, you guys. Oh, my nose!
has a weird backstory. Maureen McCormick, who played Marsha, actually did break her nose. Just before they filmed that episode, she had fallen down a set of stairs while playing around off-set. So when they filmed the football scene, her face was already bruised. The timing was perfect, and they worked the injury into the story. You'll notice her bandage hides more than just a fictional bruise. Art imitating life, or just Brady luck? Fact 5.
I thought so too, but there sure is a lot of evidence on the other side.
Remember Cousin Oliver? That little blonde kid they added in season 5 to freshen things up? Well, producers actually considered giving him his own spin-off show. They thought he'd be the next big thing, like the breakout star of the Brady universe. But fans didn't love Oliver. In fact, many blamed him for ruining the show. The spin-off was scrapped, and poor Oliver became the poster child for the jump the shark moment. Even today, new characters added late in a show's run are called Cousin Oliver syndrome. Harsh, huh? Fact 6.
Well, Mom and Dad said you were supposed to wear your glasses. Well, I will whenever I really need them.
Eve Plum, who played Jan, really wore glasses in real life, but hated them. The show writers decided to work that into her character, and especially in the famous I don't want to wear my glasses episode. Turns out Eve was actually struggling with the same thing off screen. She felt insecure about how they made her look, and it really affected her confidence. So when Jan threw a tantrum about her glasses, that emotion, totally real. The scene hit home with so many kids going through the same thing. It was a rare, genuine moment in a show full of goofy laughs. And yeah, she eventually got contact lenses. Fact 7.
Hey, the group was beginning to sound really good in there.
Yeah, right on. Thanks.
Ever notice Peter Brady's voice cracks randomly in season 4? That's because Christopher Knight's voice was actually changing during filming. The writers didn't want to pause production, so they wrote it into the show. In one scene, Peter tries to sing with his brothers, and his voice squeaks like a balloon.
It's time to change.
It was played for laughs, but it was totally real. Knight even said in interviews that it made him self-conscious at the time. But fans loved it. It made Peter relatable and gave the show a touch of puberty-era realism. Plus, it gave us the hilarious Time to Change song. Legendary. Fact 8.
I'm mature and I'm logical and I know I'm doing the right thing. Should I be nervous?
Robert Reed, who played Mike Brady, desperately wanted to rock a mustache. He thought it made him look more fatherly and modern, but producers said absolutely not. They felt the clean-cut dad image was more marketable. So Reed shaved it off, reluctantly. He reportedly brought it up constantly in early seasons, hoping they'd give in. Spoiler, they never did. He even showed up to table reads with a mustache just to test the waters. Let's be real, though. Mike Brady with a mustache? That would have changed the whole vibe. Fact 9. Okay, get this. The Brady Bunch bathroom had no toilet. Yep, it's true. They had a shared bathroom set, but because of 1970s TV standards, they weren't allowed to show a toilet on screen. Networks thought it was too indecent for family television. So even though you saw kids brushing their teeth and washing up, you never saw an actual toilet. Fans didn't notice at the time, but once it was pointed out, it became a huge running joke. No one ever went to the bathroom in Bradyland, apparently. It's like a wholesome sitcom version of a sci-fi mystery. Where did they go? We may never know. Fact 10. Here's the craziest one. The Brady Bunch wasn't a hit when it first aired. It never broke into the top 30 ratings during its original run. Critics called it corny, cheesy, and too sweet. But reruns, they changed everything. When the show hit syndication in the late 70s and early 80s, it exploded in popularity. Suddenly, kids everywhere were watching it after school, and it became a cultural icon. So yeah, the Bradys weren't an instant smash. They became legends after the fact. Bonus fact.
It's a beautiful morning and it's gonna be a beautiful day.
Believe it or not, the Brady kids were pop stars for a minute. In the early 70s, the cast actually recorded and released a real album called Meet the Brady Bunch. They even went on a live musical tour, singing at state fairs and small venues across America. Some of the kids loved it. Others were totally embarrassed by the whole thing. Maureen McCormick, Marsha, later said she lip-synced during performances because she didn't love her singing voice. And let's be real, their music, super cheesy, but adorable. The Brady Bunch bubblegum pop craze didn't last long, but it's another reminder. In Bradyland, anything was possible, even rock stardom.